Friends, welcome to the final regular episode of Solaris Nights. This is episode 127. After this might come a Gladiator Hall.
Woo!
I don't even know if we can get... I mean, only like 3 people have confirmed for April the 3rd so far, so calm down. Glimo. I mean, we'll see who shows up, I guess, at this point. And if enough people want to do a Gladiator Hall, we will. And then we'll transition to some in-between stories. I'll probably do short interviews with everybody that will be in Season 3, which will definitely not include Dunamis. Cosmo is out, guys. Just in case you haven't heard, he's moving over the next 3 months and will not have regular computer or internet access during that time. I didn't want to delay the lives of 9 other people to wait for him to finish that up, so unfortunately, we will be Cosmo-less both for the finale and for Season 3. Season 3 is going to be a tournament with 4 tiers, you know, you win, you advance, etc. I've already wrote up who's going to be in it. If one of the player characters dies, their player character will swap in to whatever spot they should have had. I assume that almost everyone else will survive to make it to the finale of all of the antagonists. So just know that everything is pretty ready to go here. Hunter, I believe you've mentioned that you've moved your mechs onto the Highlander base. Is that right?
No.
Oh, you still get your mech serviced at the regular barracks?
Yes.
All right. Well, I thought I'd do a little something special for our final real episode together. So it starts with one of your personal mech Aztecs and a woman. She looks like she's in her maybe early 30s, trying to pass herself up as much younger. Wearing like a club dress, and we hear a voiceover of a woman with a slight Russian accent saying, "Club girls are a good source of information. Men say things to a beautiful woman. They give out phone numbers, hotel keys, they let their guard down." And we watch as he's trying to impress her by showing your Super Highlander off, and she's like, "Oh my god, I love Hunter MacGregor so much. Can I sit in the chair?" And he's like, "Well, no. And she, you know, like she's clinging off of him, and there's perfume and alcohol involved. And at some point, she is sitting in the cockpit and like opaques the glass out. So the guy is like busy being distracted by something, and we continue to hear the voiceover. When you're replacing a sensors panel in a Highlander, especially a custom model like this, you have to know what you're doing going in. You can't just cut a couple wires. That's why I had Samantha rig up this device.
Oh no.
And, okay, 30 seconds into the match, it's going to be bing, bam, boom. Then it's her leaving, and it's the intro to a show where she's looking at the camera and says, "My name is Michelle Westgate. I used to be a death commando." And then you hear someone say, "You've got a black notice on you. You're burn listed." Burn listed. Yeah. She's pre-sabotaged her mech before the match. Welcome to episode 127. Hunter MacGregor versus Michelle Westgate.
Do I get to roll instinct to try to survive an attack?
No, she pre-rolled this particular attack and rolled pretty well. Mostly because she's a terrorist. Oh, don't worry, Hunter. You'll get the opportunity to do this to your fellow mech warriors in Season 3. I mean, you've always had this ability. It's just no one's used it except for, I think, Varen. Hunter, when you wake up the next morning and you check your mech, there's just a faint sense of perfume for some reason, but it's probably just a trick of the mind. what do you have going on? It's been so long since both you and I have seen each other, and since Hunter has seen action.
I don't even know. Let me check my notes here.
Because this is your last episode to push any storyline stuff forward that you've got.
Let's see.
Any plot threads?
The last thing I had in my notes was that there was a post-credits stinger that my buddy McLeod is dead.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I had unresolved in my notes.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if you've heard, but there is an upcoming election at the end of season 2 for the next stable manager.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to sway any votes here. Throw yourself
Hunter
behind anything.
is, of course, pushing for his dear friend Chris Cross.
Chris Cross. Here we go. I think you were planning to meet with and/or kill Ibrahim Caribou at some point.
I had been, but I was told that had to wait until
it does till the
finale
mission.
So
I think that's who was supposed to show up today. Was that you and Varen were going to plan to kill Caribou together?
I tipped Varen off in his last episode that Caribou was after the two of us.
So hard to remember because for us that was almost 2 months ago.
Right.
People zooming through this on YouTube to catch up are just going to be like, God, how come you guys don't remember this? And I'm like, fuck, man. All right, we cut back to another scene of Michelle Westgate sitting at a Cuban cafe drinking with someone who's wearing, like slovenly Hawaiian shirt, and she's got on her bicep a tattoo of Warrior House Haritsu. They're looking through a file folder that is clearly Hunter MacGregor's whole life. And the, bicep warrior says, look, it can't be done. He's too solid. And Michelle goes, no, there's something in here. It's him and Kyle. Look, everything changed for him after Kyle died. See here, he started using his parachute thing. And, Samantha at the table is just like, nah, come on. Parachuting out of a plane directly into a mech cockpit? That's just cool. Obviously, look, you already know the guy's a sociopathic liar. He steals all of his stuff from other people. He even pretended to be a Highlander. By the way, just imagine that Samantha is the female Bruce Campbell and is moving exactly like him.
Yes. Oh, I was picturing it.
And Michelle's just looking at the folder and goes, I'll find some way to get into his head. I'm going to need every edge that I can get in the upcoming battle. Her phone rings and Samantha goes, oh, is that about your black notice? Yeah, of course, Sam. It's about my burn listing. Let me talk to Ortega for a second. We cut back to Hunter doing, I don't know what. I think you said you wanted to research your opponent.
Hunter would research his opponents.
Okay. Wait a second. Are you using the right mic right now? I was so busy getting downstairs after everything that's happened that I didn't notice you're like potato micing right now.
I don't know.
You don't know.
It is the right mic, but
all right. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. We've had worse. All right. What do we have on the table? What dice? I didn't see what happened.
I rolled shitty.
Yeah.
Oops, nope, that was wrong.
You rolled even worse.
I rolled even worse, but I wasn't trying to re-roll. I was trying to hit update. But
okay.
Yeah, I had a 4 + 1 is 5.
You get to ask one question, and of course, she'll know something about you. This is perfect because that's exactly what she was looking for.
Right. I guess I will ask favorite battle mech.
All right, so Michelle Westgate is a former Death Commando, which are essentially the highest level military intelligence unit in the Capellan Confederation. All of them have at least one kill on their record and have sworn lifelong loyalty to the Chancellor, who they believe is a sort of God King. They're trained in assassination, sabotage, terrorism, demolition, infiltration, intelligence gathering, kidnapping, code breaking. All of them are mech warriors and expert commandos. Some of them are even aerospace pilots and even jump ship captains. All Death Commandos get at least 2 personal battle mechs, the first of which is a cutting-edge model. The second is an older, dependable Capellan model. Her current mech is a nightmare. I'm going to show it to you and then walk you through how it has come into being. So, as part of a previous mission she did, infiltrating the Draconis Combine, she stole Smoke Jaguar tech. So she's taken an old Spectre 4F she used in the War of 39 and juiced it up. So it's got a Smoke Jaguar Watchdog Suez, which is their E-War system. It's got Clan XL Fusion Engine, Clan LB10X, and the Chameleon. Oh, is that not on the sheet? Did that get deleted again? Fuck. All right, hold on. I might need to get the other sheet.
I was gonna say, if all she's got is one LB10, I'm.
No. I mean, it's a 35-ton mech. The problem is it's not showing the support systems that she has. I don't know why they're not showing up here. All right, so the whole point of choosing this mech was that it has a chameleon. What's it called? I don't know why it's not on the sheet, because I definitely paid for it. Chameleon light polarization shield and a null signature system. So, did you ever play Mass Effect?
Yep.
Okay, so you know that the stealth system for the Normandy was that it stored up all its heat in heat sinks and then later would shoot it out, right?
Yep.
That's what the null signature system does. For 10 heat, it makes the mech harder to hit. The chameleon polarization is like an optical camouflage that keeps the mech from being physically seen. So each of those grants the mech combined a +2 at medium range and a +4 to be hit at long range. I just don't know why it's not showing up on the mech sheet.
Okay.
But
well,
yes,
that's really gonna
makes the mech significantly more stealthy. So the Spectre is old. Like, this model is ancient, but she's essentially custom ripped out everything and stuffed more stuff back in to use the Star League era tech.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only 35 tons, but it's going to be hard to hit. Builds a ton of heat, though. Using both of those systems combined builds 16 heat around.
She's got a dissipation of 20, although only, I mean, she's going to dissipate the whole thing.
Unless she jumps or runs.
Oh, she's got to jump a 7. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. And Sam was on the right track. She could definitely get in Hunter's head by bringing up Kyle, much like our friendly Shock Jock did.
Yeah.
I will be taking into battle Jumping Jack, PRO, and Iron Will. I will be forsaking Melee Master.
That means that I can't hit you with a morale breaking attack. So you won't get the stress. When in the pre-run-up to, the match, she does an interview where she talks about how sad it is, all the mech warriors who died at Hunter's hands. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh my god, like, so many people have died because of Hunter MacGregor. You know, I've been going back through it, and I really think he influenced his stable to become more reckless. I mean, it is a real shame what happened to Kyle Morgan. Would I say that Hunter MacGregor is directly responsible? Yes. And then just more shit like that every day, like 3 times a day, blaming Hunter for Kyle. However, you have put your mental shields up. You're not thinking any of this bullshit. So, you want to go to an interview with Mr.
Ernst Dieter Mueller?
Ernst Dieter Mueller. Yeah, I forgot his name for a minute there.
Yes, I will.
All right, so he's got the Lyran Alliance flag behind him, and you've got a Highlanders flag behind you, and he says, "Ah, Mr. MacGregor, welcome back to the show once again."
Ernst, always a pleasure to be here, sir.
It's looking like you're going to easily roll over your opponent today with such a small and tiny mech, but Michelle Westgate did not get to rank 21 by being a fool. What's your game plan going into today's match?
Well, I doubt I'm gonna be able to get into melee. Her mech is too small and fast. So I'm expecting she'll be able to keep me at a distance. So all I can hope for is to punch through that smaller armor systems with my superior weapons.
Can you comment on any knowledge the Northwind Highlanders might have about their former employers, the Capellan Confederation's research into stealth armor and mimetic technology?
I'm not cleared for such knowledge. As a gladiator, they try to make sure that they don't let me in on certain secrets.
Now, there are some people who are saying that you have been a menace lately, driving a new sports car around. Here, we've got some pictures here.
Aye, my dear friends from Shadowfox Mercenary Company hooked me up with this beautiful Jag, and for that I'm dedicating today's victory to them.
So you're sure you're going to win?
I am sure I'm going to win.
Then let's talk about this. In the run-up to this year's Grand Championship, the Solaris Grand Championship, Seth Kabrinsky has said that he should be seeded very highly, that in this season he hasn't lost a single match, he hasn't even come close, and then he should very much be rated above you, Hunter MacGregor, despite the fact that you are, of course, an unlimited gladiator.
Seth is quite the competitor, but as you say, he hasn't been in the unlimited form, so I would expect that myself and oh God, what's Farron's new name?
Adam Kosecki.
And Adam would probably be ranked ahead of him.
Let's talk tactics. If it comes down to it, you versus Seth, who walks away alive?
Well, I'd like to think that both of us would survive.
Is that really likely?
Seth and I have had our problems, but I respect the man, and I certainly wouldn't want to ever kill him.
So you think he'd win?
I certainly didn't say that.
So you think you'd win?
Would be a close match. If it was Inner Sphere versus Inner Sphere, I think I've got the edge.
Speaking of Inner Sphere versus Inner Sphere, your opponent today has quite the tuned up mech. What are your plans for overcoming all of those systems? Shoot straight, I think you said earlier? Don't miss.
Won't miss, and lay on as much firepower as possible.
All right. Ernst looks around for the cat that has clearly infiltrated Chronicle Broadcasting Company's Studio 72. Yes, Amore, everyone knows you're here because you're dumb. What? Just figure something out. You were fed 3 times earlier. I know you have food. Okay. I'm just gonna ignore her.
Good luck.
You know, I remember when I was actually able to use the NVIDIA whisper technology that would just remove her out of the background, and I let her come to the studio anytime she wanted. If she's here, that means that she has once again opened a door by stretching her body in order to push down the handle. You're weird. No one likes you. Okay. Anything else you want to do before the match?
No, I'm ready to roll on in.
Okay, so just so you know, 3 rounds in, your sensor system will take a small explosive hit.
Awesome.
Let's see what that does, because that's a critical sheet thing. I think it's a +2 to all attacks, but let's see. Where's critical damage? 123. Stop. You're unwelcome here. Oh, sensor head. Yep, it's a +2 to hit every time you fire your weapons. They do not affect physical attacks. Okay, let's do this. Gotta get my Capellan dice. That's a 12.
That's also a 12.
That's a problem. That's a 12.
8.
Okay. Choose your side.
I thought that meant she got to choose.
Oh, that's true. She'll come in from the Westgate.
Okay.
I mean, her name is literally Westgate. Listen, today's match was entirely about the memes. Damn it, Glimo, you've really become a huge pain in the ass right now. Alright. I'm deploying to there.
Five.
Well, hold on.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were initiativing, not
Activating the battle.
activating.
19, I think, doesn't exist. It only goes to 7. And this is actually kind of good. This one,
Did you delete that first one?
I don't know. It had some sort of weird. Did you see the pop-up?
I didn't see the pop-up. I just saw it disappear.
It disappear. 4, 3, 1. Well, that's just invalidated my entire first move. Also. Well, even with your trash roll, I still go first. Sign up here. I'm turning on Null Sig and Chameleon. Go ahead. So the mech becomes invisible and starts disappearing off sensors. Okay. Oh, God. Where did all this hair come from? I just brushed you this morning. You're ridiculous. Huh?
I'm rolling to engage supercharger.
Of course you are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, Mr. Bond. I want you to die. Okay, at this point, I'm going to declare you my blood prey. Next initiative is 9.
Oh,
I mean, unless there was something you wanted to do.
Can I hit you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have
7, 8.
I'm behind 2 layers.
Okay, yeah, never
this
mind.
Thing's up, yeah. I was hoping to hit you.
7.
Okay.
Sorry, you said you had a 9, so I'm going first.
Yep, but hold on. Surprisingly relevant rolls today. All right. The battlefield shifts and changes. Go ahead. All right. So we see Michelle in her mech using a private communications line. Samantha's outside on a walkie-talkie like, listen, Michelle, you have to get in there and hit them. Otherwise, no one's going to believe that sensor panel blows. I'm on it, Sam. How can I get good cover? Give me 10. 6. That's not super great.
Wouldn't that have to be a...
I mean, that gets me.
Oh, no, you've got a run of 11. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
Oh, 14 hexes, but there's a double between us once again. Awesome. Okay. Hunter, at the... Did you just jump back up here? But did you just jump off? What are you doing, Amore? You're so weird. No one believes me when I tell them weird Amore stories, even when they see it with their own eyes. At the beginning of the third round, go ahead and mark off one of the sensor critical slots as you're like walking forward, and then just in front of you, beneath your chair, you hear like a very muted poof as smoke curls. It reminds you of the old days when the curse was real. Sure, we'll bring it back around to that. This time the sabotage was planned. Yeah. The sabotage was planned this time. It's a real story point now. Oh god, there was an alternate build with like spikes and a hatchet and TSM on top of the polarization. No, that's dog shit.
Well,
right? Great.
Oh, too bad that wasn't an attack roll for me.
Yeah, I know. I still need to figure out whether we're going to use floating criticals in season 3. 1, 4, 2. Always with the 11s today. What the heck was that? There is no 19. 1, 3, 2. Right, nothing particularly changed there, huh? Doesn't really get me good coverage from you. That's not really good either. Well, totally useless cover. And now I'm in such a close range that the chameleon and the null are probably not going to be very useful. 7, huh? So for me, that's oh, this is a round where I have to roll for my ghost mech. Because we can see each other. Wow, that's a good success. Okay, so when you go to shoot me, you have to make a PSR at +4.
I will roll that now.
Sure.
Just made it.
Damn it. Alright, LB10, single shot. That will hit. It's a headshot for 10 points of damage.
I am gonna spend my glory.
Yeah. Well, it's like events happen in reverse. Your sensor panel explodes, you jump up, you land, you take the headshot, and the canopy cracks. 7. So you take a point of stress, but you do prevent any head damage. What does it look like though? How do you make it not rumble you around in there?
I think Hunter is just like I don't know, like Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. He's just like super pissed between the sensor panel exploding and now the headshot, and plus all the pre-match stuff with Kyle, and he's just like screaming in his cockpit. Ah!
Oh god, I like that. That's your takeaway from Vegeta. I just want to mention, by the way, that this is the perfect moment that that Boreal Reach is entirely holographic, right? It's not actually a glaze. Okay. So occasionally at the edges of your vision, you keep catching Kyle on the battlefield. Like a huge mech-sized Kyle. Like, what? Huh? And we cut to Samantha in the broadcast room bribing a technician.
Nice.
But of course, you're iron-willed, so it doesn't work.
Nice.
All right. What do you got for Counter-Strike? Anything that's at medium range, is it a +2 from Nullsig and Chameleon? And anything at long range, is it a +4? I'm guessing that probably won't matter right now. I'm guessing I'm probably about to get one shot. I'm way too close.
Okay, I am gonna be firing.
But wait, no, I have the perfect Michael Weston quote. It's a slow-mo when your mech gets hit in the head, right? Yep. And the AC-10 like bounces off the cockpit glass. A ricochet is usually not deadly, but it sure feels that way. Okay, go ahead.
I am going to be firing. Let me just make sure of this. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to be firing Gauss, ER large, 3 ER mediums, and 1 medium laser. The Gauss and the ER large are going to be at short. The ER mediums are going to be at medium, and the 1 medium laser is at long. I start at 2. I haven't heated up yet, so I start at 2, +2 for sensors is 4, +1 for your evasion is 5. So Gauss and ER.
Your jump?
Oh, 6. Yep. Yeah, +1 for jumping jack. Thank you. So Gauss and ER large are at 6s. ER mediums are at 10s. And the ER and the regular medium laser would have to be at 14, so can't hit. Well, that sucks.
Just saying that sucks. I got like 3 armor, man. This is a deception mech that's way too close. Yep, I'm done.
Okay, so
yeah, it's a critical as well.
Left torso for 15 with 1 crit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or 6.
Is a heat sink. Well, now I got problems. Certainly there were some better hits in there, but go ahead.
ER large. Oh, just missed. ER medium. Miss. ER medium 2. Just missed. Oh, that would have been a headshot.
You want to try to re-roll for a 10, my friend?
No.
I was going to say, you live life dangerously. Oh, fuck.
Third one hits right arm for 5 with crits.
Doesn't go in.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
So that'll be 20 points, so you'll need a PSR.
Well, I got double 6s, and I needed a 1, so... Okay.
And that'll get me spicy.
At the end of the turn, Michelle fires a surrender flare. And, you know, she's just like, oh my gosh, I think something happened to your mech. It looked like there were some problems there. And, well, you've clearly got this match. I think we'd better, you know, stop and have the referees take a look at your mech. Oh my goodness. How could that have happened?
There's just a subtitle on the screen that says, Hunter MacGregor will remember this.
Okay, so, like, after the match, Michelle is explaining to the media, like, you know, I saw what happened, and I think it's that shoddy mech maintenance that we've seen a lot of come out of... You know, Hunter used to complain that his mechs were being sabotaged. I didn't think that there were still people in the stable who hated them this much. But I have to say, he did outmaneuver me. I wasn't able to use any of my tricks. For some reason, my mech sheet didn't look right. So you swap positions. She's 31 now. You're 21 on the rank sheet, which makes you the highest ranked unlimited gladiator we have. You've once again temporarily passed Adam Kaseki, although temporary is now permanently since this is the last match. Yeah. As you're pissed when you get out of your mech, I think.
Yeah.
You hear someone crunch up to you on the... So the snow that's on the ground is that fake, you know, aspen snow for before it actually snows, so it still makes a crunching noise. And you hear someone go, Duncan Fisher here. What I'm in need of is cigars of quality and whiskey. If you're providing either of those, I'll smoke and or drink them in whatever order you want on camera. I'm here on the battlefield with Hunter MacGregor. Hunter, I think we've met before, right? He's clearly...
I bet we have, Duncan.
Totally
and I could use
wasted.
some of that whiskey after that match.
Oh, he just hands you a flask out of his coat pocket and says, I'm Duncan Has-Been Fisher, and this is my private stash. The cameraman is literally face palming while still one-handedly perfectly holding the camera. Hunter, what was going through your mind on today's match?
Well, things started off pretty well, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my sensor panel had a very strange malfunction. I'm looking forward to the referee technician team taking a look at what might have happened to my mech there.
You know, when the Northwind Highlanders were kicking the Federated Commonwealth off of Northwind, there were similar reports of sabotage to Northwind Highlander mechs. Do you think this could be a Federated Commonwealth scheme to get back at Northwind? Publicly embarrassing you? That's canon, by the way.
I would think that perhaps it would be something more localized than that. I think if it was going to be a political thing, they'd have better targets than me.
Duncan wraps his arm around your shoulder as he takes the flash from you and takes a sip, and he says, "Don't sell yourself short, buddy. You know, you look like a great target to me." And if I was still an active mech warrior, I'd challenge you for your rank any day. Your
Well, I
Highlander
appreciate
versus
that.
my Blackjack, that's a done deal.
Well, I appreciate that, Duncan. Thank you so much.
Oh, Hunter, you got anything to say to the people of the Inner Sphere as you position yourself for a run into the top 20?
Just looking forward to my shot, Duncan. Just looking forward to my shot.
I'm Duncan Fisher, here with Hunter MacGregor, and I'm looking not to go home alone tonight. Have a good night, Solaris. Oh my god, the blooper reels for Duncan Fisher are so good. Sometimes they're a little sexist, but they're overall pretty good. All right. You got any post-match things you want to do now? You want to hunt down whoever blew out your sensor panel.
Absolutely.
Now you can make your research roll using insight.
Why not?
We cut to a scene in a abandoned factory loft where Michelle's going, "Damn it, Sam, I blew it."
That's an 8.
Come on, Michelle, buddy. Okay. You find traces of tampering when you look at the panel. I mean, just, you were there when it happened. You know that something was wrong. When you go back through the logs of what happened on the base that night, what happened in the mech bay was erased, but you do catch that mech tech, one of your assistant mech techs, coming in with a woman who's, to your eyes, clearly not as drunk as she's pretending to be. You've got a picture of her now, and you know which mech tech really fucked up quite badly.
So Hunter will forward this information to current stable management and promote, so to Elizabeth and Zuri, to Arnov Schmid.
Ooh, whoa. Listen, it's one thing to send private internal company stuff to someone in the company. It's another to contact Arnold Schmid with it. I mean, he's an outsider.
Well, yeah, but he's Hunter's personal promoter.
But I mean, you're using security footage from the company. I'm not saying you can't do this. I'm just saying, would you do this?
Oh, I think Hunter would definitely do it.
Breaking the law.
To forward to the proper authorities as needed, and also to take proper disciplinary action against
No. Arnoff, listen,
Aztec.
Elizabeth, of course, would do that. Arnoff is insisting. He's just like, he has you come meet him in a family diner.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it would be 1950s, late 1960s base, but in Battletech, I guess it's like the 30s. The roaring 30s, where economic expansion was huge. And he's eating a well-done steak with ketchup that he's cutting in front of you, and he just says, "Look, Hunter, let me be honest with you. This kind of information, we need to track this woman down and blackmail her. That's what I'm saying. You're in a position where you need people to be blocking challengers coming up against you. And having her intercept them on the way up, keeping her as an ace in your pocket, that's the good play here, all right? You brought me in because you wanted to brawl your way up. Brawling your way up has already happened. You're in spitting distance of where you want to be, but if you want to sit in the chair for anything longer than a day, you're going to need to create a defense pact around you. All right? I'll figure out who this woman is. I think we're both looking at this picture. We know it's Westgate, right? He's like,
Yeah.
You know it's her, right?
Oh, definitely. The
We
way
need to
she
be
was acting
blackmailing
after the match, there was no doubt in my mind.
I mean, she's like wearing a wig, but it's one of those movie wigs where it's obvious she's wearing a wig, you know?
The only problem that I have with that play is it can't blow back on me. If the Highlanders find out that I'm blackmailing a competitor, they'll be held to pay.
Look, that's why you've got a promoter. All right? I'll take the fall for it. I've also got a couple of fall guys, you know, people that we're going to start surrounding you with. All right? You're going to have an entourage everywhere you go from here on out. If anything bad happens, one of them did it. All right? So give me a list of personality traits you're looking for in friends and hangers-ons. We'll get a group of people you can tolerate. I don't know, carry your man purse or hand you mimosas, whatever you want. Your personal whiskey taster. These are the people who are going to take the hits for you when something bad happens.
Excellent.
Don't worry, I've got you covered, Hunter. As he dabs the well-done steak into the ketchup and then eats it off the end of the fork. Like a savage! The legend of Arnold Schmidt continues.
With winning that match, that levels me up. I will be taking a -1 gunnery, and so that makes me a 1-2 pilot now.
Okay.
And with my after battle action, I will train the Highlanders.
Perfect. We're getting a good crop of Highlander recruits, you know. Their piloting scores are dropping from 6 to 4. Pretty soon, you might not be ashamed to deploy them in a regiment.
And, you know, hopefully eventually, so, you know, we can get some refits for the stable.
27. Okay. Post-credit scene. Hunter, you live off base in an apartment, right? Where people have written stuff on your windows before?
Actually, that was at his dorm in the barracks.
Okay. We see you waking up in the middle of the night to a phone call.
Okay.
Phone keeps ringing.
Somebody better be dead.
Mr. MacGreggor, my name's Ibrahim Caribou. I think we need to speak.
Well, that's interesting, Mr. Caribou, because you didn't seem that interested in speaking with me last week.
I'll be arriving at the stable today. You do well to gather all of the gladiators. I'll be bringing an offer from Vimy Diamond Shark.
Very well.
You should prepare yourself, Mr. MacGregor. Prepare to have your sins laid bare. Click.
Hunter shakes the cobwebs out and starts calling all the other gladiators, starting with Adam.
Okay. That's it. That's the end. I like the idea that you've now caused everyone else to wake up in a panic in the middle of the night going, this couldn't have just waited for an email in the morning?
I feel like when there's a threat like that, that's a wake everyone up. And
A threat like that? Jesus. What? How did he threaten you?
showing up with Vim, he's going to show up first thing in the morning with Vimy Diamond Shark to lay our sins
He's
bare.
showing up on behalf of Vimy. He said, I'm coming with an offer from Vimy Diamond Shark. No, I mean, if Vimy showed up, he'd have to kill Seth, you know?
Right. Well, that's what I thought was happening.
It'd have to be Seth and Vimy in, like, Star Trek original series Kirk and Spock combat. Where they're, ah! That's how I imagine that going down. No martial arts involved, just two guys wrestling vertically. All right, well, you know, I didn't get to do what I wanted with my character, and it was really quirky. So yeah, don't rely on Null Sig and Chameleon and all that stuff for such a small mech. I mean, I'm sure it would be a great recon mech. I'm sure it'd be amazing.
You know, if he was fighting, if you were taking that mech against a medium or even a heavy,
scary. Yeah.
You know, it probably would have been a really good fight. But I had 70 tons and way too much ammunition.
Yeah. Pretty scary. Closing thoughts before we round out the season and prepare for the finale. I hope you had fun today, because I know we've been trying to get this match to happen for a while, and I didn't want to message you and be like, Glima, when can you show up? Because it seemed like you were having stuff happen.
A little bit, but I'm happy to have gotten this game in. I've really enjoyed myself through the play test till now. It's been a hell of a run, and I'm interested to see how the mercenary mission shakes out.
Okay.
Gonna be good times.
Well, we'll see. I don't have any more bullshit like this to pull out, but all right.
All right.
That's it, guys.